How's it going, guys? Welcome back to this channel. If you're new and you just now got here, well, let me reintroduce myself just for you. My name is Calvin Life, and I'm basically a guy making YouTube videos every other day or every day. I try to. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about enemies. I know the big saying goes, keep your enemies, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. Well, I call bullshit on that. Because the big problem is that I actually have a lot of enemies, and I rather prefer them be as far away from me as fucking possible. Um, for one, I actually did one at one time had an enemy, and I used to know him. We was in my old school, Chester Community Charter School. For anybody who knows me from there, he and we were like the worst of enemies, man. Like the worst. Me and him knew each other, um, basically through school, and our whole feud went up because our whole feud started because me and his, like, I guess his girlfriend got together. She left him for me, and with that being said, it ended up being a brawl between us. One time, I pushed him in the bushes, and they weren't just regular bushes; they actually had spines on them, and he had to go to the nurse. And then a couple of days afterwards, he snuck me and knocked me the fuck out. First time I ever got knocked out, and the bastard didn't even try to come face to face with a fight against me. I didn't sneak him, I just pushed his ass in some bushes, but he snuck me and knocked me the hell out. So, had a hickey on my head, and she was sitting right at the foot, or like right at the side of me, crying and shit, telling me how sorry she was. Afterwards, we broke up, and the guy moved away. Like, she was ratchet anyway, so I don't even know why I was fighting with her. But fighting for her. I'm guessing it's because I love girls. I love the female race. I'm a feminist myself, so you know that whole deal. But he always treated her like shit, like she was a little whore and shit. And she was a little whore, but she was a cute little whore. And the thing about, like, I didn't like the way he was treating her. Plus, on top of all that, she actually liked me anyway more because of how I treated girls and how much I was of a gentleman I was. Well, I am. And she left him for me because he all he cared about was getting the pussy and shit and all that stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I care about that too, but I also see past that. And that's the problem with most guys. They don't see past that, which is why you may be bigger, stronger, probably tougher than me watching this video right now, maybe even handsomer, but I'll probably always get the bitches more than you do because I know I put myself in a woman's shoes all the time. Like, I I see with her eyes. I think, and on top of that, I'm just so yeah. We broke up, and he left, pussy. But yeah, that's the reason why I probably would get more girls than that average guy. And plus, that's not all girls look for anyway in a guy. I know this because I have a girlfriend. Spoiler alert. Actually, it's not because I've been saying it a lot in my videos. I even did a video on her. And the whole reason why we even went out is because she saw something different in me than she saw in other guys. Other guys came on to her like she was a whore and that all she was meant to do was have sex with guys. I came to her like she was a pure, independent woman, not just a girl, but a soon to be woman. And I treated her like she was not just a fuck toy, but a human being that deserves respect. And, I ended up getting a girlfriend for it. I'm not really on a whole sensitive note. I don't like being called sensitive because I'm not sensitive. I mean, I have anger issues, but I'm not sensitive. The only time I will ever cry is if someone in my family died. I snapped my arm backwards and forwards and didn't cry. I'm not really a sensitive guy. But hey, uh, off of that whole topic and back onto the enemies thing. My biggest fights I've ever had was with enemies. Enemies are pieces of shit. Okay, I don't know why. I have a lot of enemies, man. Some of them aren't even only my enemies. Some of them are just enemies of the family. I look at my father as one of them. He's more of a friend to me because we bicker a lot and we argue almost once for each other. We're just not the perfect of friends. But at the same time, he can be friendly and cool. But I will mark him a friend to me. For any of you who don't know what the fuck that is, it's a person that's a friend slash enemy, slow person. But for anybody who doesn't know, bravo, you are smart as fuck, and you actually know these things. But yeah, my dad will be considered a friend of me. Enemies, man. I don't know, but I'll probably be making way more enemies in high school. I can feel it in my stomach. I know I'm probably gonna have some enemies. I know it because these guys are all stuck up. That's why I'm so glad that my girlfriend doesn't even go to this high school because they're so like a lot of the guys there are just fucking dicks. I'm probably gonna have an enemy by the time I get out of high school, or like from the moment I start. From this moment on, I'll probably end up having an enemy. Hell, maybe some of my friends will become my enemies. I don't fucking know. But while we're friends now, thank you for being a homie. But with all that being said, guys, I ran out of time for this video. Make sure you guys leave a like down below and comment on what you thought about it in the comment section, and leave questions for my next Q&A video, which will be coming up tomorrow. I'll be gathering up all your questions from my Kick account and from my P.O. box. I actually have two. That's why you've seen two addresses, and I think some of the descriptions in my vids. I have two addresses. And leave them in the comments, all that good shit, and I'll get back to all three parts of where I can find them. And I'll put them all together in one vid. And I will be happening tomorrow, so stay tuned. I'll still be doing the Halloween sketch. I still have to get a lot of shit done as far as that. And yeah, it's probably going to be good. And aside bad news, I'm probably not going to be doing a gaming channel. Sorry guys, I won't be doing gaming because I don't have the proper equipment, and me hooking shit up and playing it off the TV is fucking bullshit. I don't like the whole ghetto vibe. It's just not me. So I'm not even going to do that. But it's a definite yes for the Halloween skit. And I'll be making a Q&A video tomorrow. But until then, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, and I'll get back to you. And remember always, it's all about life. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.